What's the most obviously fake fact someone has told you with complete conviction? People with green eyes are able to do photosynthesis. I was in 9th grade and half the grade believed it. Up in New York they got 32 feet of snow this weekend. Or was it inches? No, it was definitely feet. You should talk about that in your meteorology class today. Northern lights are reflections of moonlight when the wind blows. It was so poetic that I said nothing. Solar panels are causing global warming because they are reflecting the sun's rays back up to the sky. Heard in the summer of 1976, the weather's gone crazy since NASA left all that stuff on the moon. Black people have an extra muscle in their legs that lets them jump higher. My sister told me that tornadoes were sentient because only something with a brain could be that destructive and jump over houses. She was in her early 20s at the time. I don't know how that used condom got in my toilet. The maintenance guy was up here and he used the bathroom. Maybe it fell off of him. That guy Fieri was the lead singer of Smash Mouth. I laughed, thinking he was joking, but he looked really embarrassed. I played it off like it wasn't that ridiculous of a theory and didn't bring it up again. They just passed a law that makes it illegal to hang the American flag or say the national anthem in classrooms. He later admitted it was from a Facebook post he saw. A guy randomly entered the conversation between my family because we were talking about crab apples. He tells us, hey, interesting fact, crab apples get their sourness from the sting of a bee. Look it up. If you don't believe me, just thought I'd chime in. I couldn't decide if we were supposed to believe that a BF*****KED a tree with its stinger and make all the apples sour, or that each individual one was stung. Beats me. There is no fluid in my manual transmission. They told me so at the dealership. It's a new transmission. My sister-in-law told me that baptizing a child closes their head chakra and this calms them down because it closes their vision to other dimensions. This is the real reason why the Catholic baptism pours water on their heads and anoints the head with oil. My grandfather is in his 90s and has gone off his rocker. In particular, he is adamant that the film Prometheus, yes, the prequel to Alien, is a documentary. Many mom convinced my sister that oven mitts had to match in order for them to work because one was positive and the other negative. Edit. My mom. Sorry y'all. My ex thought caffeine was alive and could die, and that any coffee left sitting out for more than an hour was decaf. I knew she was wrong, but she said it with such conviction and so often that I actually started to believe her. In health class in junior high we were told that a man's penis could not be longer than 6 inches and those in adult movies and such are fake. That his very sweet religious wife was cheating on him whenever he was at work. He could tell because she was always wet and loose when he wanted sex instead of being tight and dry like when they got married. That poor woman. Water boils at 32 degrees. This medicine works with your body's frequencies. So if you make this tone, it creates this pattern. That's how you know it works. Edit. This was an actual substance that was to be swallowed. People. It wasn't a sound-based therapy. The main ingredient in the medicine responded to sound in a certain way. So, ick now. That's why it works, or whatever. My mom was convinced that putting chicken bones in the garbage disposal sharpened the blades. When I was in grade school, our teacher said the human digestive system was long enough to stretch around the earth twice. Someone tried to argue with her that she was thinking of the circulatory system and not the digestive, and she sent him to the office for disrupting the class. I worked in a video store, and our assistant manager said he saw an early release of The Dark Knight online. This was months before release, and it had a post-credits scene where Joker meets Harley Quinn in Arkham. I was thinking, you know, we work in a video store and you know I will see the movie eventually, if not opening night. I will know you are lying to me for no reason. My uncle works at Sparks and will ban you. As long as there's at least one of ice on the pond, it's safe to skate on. I remember my friend telling me when I was 6 that when you're asleep, you float. kinda believed him too. The moon only shows when it's nighttime. Never mind that there was a crescent moon in the sky at the time, during the day. My mom told me that if I got an IUD, the souls of the children would surround me over time. My mom also told me that if you used a vibrator, it would stop you from ever having an orgasm from sex again. Oh, and she said that the only way you queef is if you're having abusively rough sex. So yeah. Thanks but no thanks, mom. Butter is great for you. It is slippery and just lines arteries and makes blood flow better. The dude put entire packets of butter on everything. It was disturbing. The world's gonna end in 2012. That the Girl Scouts were lesbian recruitment centers. Hence I was not allowed to join in the 2nd grade. My ex-wife kept telling me, I'm not cheating on you. I don't ***T where I eat. She had been cheating on me for about 6 months and figured I would never find out. A preacher on the radio said God wants you to send your money to me. My friend told me it reached 100 degrees Celsius in Australia the other day. America is the only country that peels a banana before eating it. He was spouting this garbage to his friend at lunch and I almost choked. How did he ever think that was true? I had a friend convince another friend in our group that after Saved by the Bell ended, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Zach Morris, was killed in a car accident. I knew right then that was BS because Mark was on another show at the time and there was no news story. 2 years later, we were talking about that show, and our other friend brought up how he still felt sad about Mark. We were puzzled for a second, but then we all started laughing at the same exact moment. He never thought to question what he was told, so he just went on with that knowledge. He was embarrassed, I'm sure, but laughed it off in style. That 9/11 was perpetrated by Bill Gates / Microsoft. His evidence was Wingdings font. Related to this person. It's safest to drink in the hot tub because the alcohol boils out of your blood. The spork is the devil's utensil because it is the amalgamation of the masculine fork and the feminine spoon and is trying to blur gender lines in society. My late grandfather said that lobsters were fish because they lived in the ocean. Everything that lived in water, apparently, was a fish. An orca? A fish. A dolphin? A fish. A turtle? A ***king fish. At first I thought it was funny and he was joking, but he wasn't and the debate grew a bit heated. My grandmother told me to drop it but I, being me, couldn't. Finally I flat out told him that he was wrong and to do some research. He asked who said so. When I replied, scientists, he looked me dead in the eye and said, scientists? Scientists are people who make up stuff so they can sit around a table and think they're smarter than everyone else. Dinosaurs aren't real. They're just a trick the devil planted to lure people away from Jesus. Make sure to like and subscribe for more daily content. Thanks for watching.